Do you have any thoughts going into this game, like where you wanted to path?
Yeah, I wanted the strong side, the bot lane, expecting them to get the push early, and then when it was bouncing back, Leona and Samira would look to be really aggressive without having a buy and probably missing some HP. So I was planning on maybe showing up to that since it's kind of a volatile lane, and then if not, just go into my next clear.
Yep, sounds good. Not really a whole lot's gonna happen top lane, so I'm down
Yeah.
for that. Mostly just protecting. Yep. I'm gonna skip and then go back. I just want to see how fast your clear speed is. Let's see.
It's not great, and I used Smite on Krugs on accident.
Okay. So is this about the same speed as normal, or is it a little bit different?
A little slower. I was in the middle of like a coaching session in this game, so I was having to like talk and explain stuff while I was clearing. So I was a little slower.
Right, like a live coaching, is that?
No,
Or what
like
do you?
yeah, oh yeah, live coach, live coach.
Okay. Interesting. So you're having a live coach game bot reviewed.
Well, he didn't provide feedback during the game. He was just asking me to like explain what my thought process was and stuff, but he wasn't like giving me coaching in the game. He was just watching it and taking notes.
Okay. What was the goal with that then?
The goal was after the game he would give the feedback, but he ended up having to go, so he wasn't.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
I was like, that's some pretty lousy coaching if you watch and
yeah,
then leave.
yeah. It was unlucky.
Gotcha.
So yeah, my clear was a little messy, but I usually finish my clear at like 320 with smite still for scuttle.
Yeah,
I don't think that's like the fastest Shyvana clear, but I'm a
definitely not.
bit of a jungle noob. So I'm a top lane main, just trying to do a role swap for the split since
Hmm.
the item changes kind of nerfed all my champions.
Yeah, so you've got some options. Like as you say, if you can have faster clear, that's great. If you can get it fast enough to where you can do blue, Grant, wolves, raptors, Krugs, and then red, that would be great. Uh, so there's multiple
Is it
advantages.
better? Is it better to take Krugs first? I didn't know people did that.
Yeah, so for the champions that can do it fast enough, um, the reason, do you know the spawn timers of the jungle camps?
Oh yeah, so that all your camps they spawn faster next time. I see.
Yeah, because it's 2:15 for raptors and Krugs, but for red buff it's 5 minutes.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. So then on your second clear, you don't have to wait on your Krugs to spawn.
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's smart. I actually never thought about that. That's really good advice.
But as I said, this is only if you can do it fast enough to where you're still getting to scuttle relatively on spawn.
Yeah,
You don't want to like
yeah.
delay your
I'll
clear
have to
for it.
watch a video on Shyvana's clear and
Yeah.
practice it in the tool. I was leaning towards bot side here. The MF died, so I thought they might try to dive Syra. So I was trying to like. I also the reason that was a little slower is because I was kiting red into the bush, going towards try instead of
Hmm.
going towards drugs.
Yeah. Speaking of, like, if you're looking to gank, which isn't super common on Shyvana, but in a situation where you want to earlier gank, then it's fine to do this. Like, because you would go Raptors red and then kite into the gank.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's why I was planning on running them down the lane with red buff if they overextended, but they ended up backing
Yeah.
off and respecting it.
But it's like if you're expecting to full clear, then you can do the skip. It
Okay.
also makes it harder for you to get invaded because people are going to expect you to be on the red and then you're not. It's great
Yeah,
fun.
that's true. Yeah, the Warwick played like somewhat passively with he didn't invade me at all this game, even though both of his side lanes were winning, so it was kind of a saving grace for me.
Mhm. clearing.
The bot lane wanted to fight for dragon, but mid lane was half HP, no prio, and the bot lane was going to be late to it, so I called it off.
Yeah, definitely a good call here. Yep, a little bit awkward because of what we talked about before.
Yep. Yeah, I was feeling it in this game. I was like, man, this Krog's that's
yeah.
good. That's good. I usually try to use my time after my full clear to like look for something, but there just wasn't anything for me to do, so I ended up like getting back to my camps before they spawned, which I usually don't.
Absolutely. And you have the option to do grubs. Oh, one thing I was gonna say it earlier and got distracted. So that we're at 641. If I go back, another advantage of like if you do Krugs into red is that you can hit this plant if there's ever a risk of a fight at Scuttle.
Oh, okay.
Versus if you're doing this, you can't really get to it.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I actually don't use the plants very much early on, so that's good to know that it spawns there every time.
Yep.
Yeah, Warwick over chases and dice here.
Nice.
Yep. Just
Back
a free
kill. Mm-hmm.
I was looking to help Nasus secure a base timing because his lane opponent has been pressuring him under tower a lot.
This is just a map awareness issue. I don't think you realize Yone walked through this ward.
Yeah, I was looking. I had my camera on bot lane.
Yeah. I'm not too concerned about this one because while yes, it is a mistake, I don't think it was really an intentional mistake. It's just you were distracted with something else that was also important to look at.
Yeah.
I'm not too upset about that mistake.
They ended up fighting me here, and that was a big mistake from them.
Yep, this looks good. As long as you play it slow, chunk them with your ease.
Yeah, we end up picking up 2 kills here.
Really good.
And I keep the red, so.
Nice.
I was checking for Scuttle here, so I thought it might have respawned. I think I was a little bit short of Shojin, which is why I checked for it.
Fine without reasoning. Did you get it? Yeah, you got it. Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Nasus stood inside of Ilawi's ult. He started a fight. I wasn't looking to fight here. I was just looking to like get Nasus out. I was expecting him to run down, so I was gonna try to like basically get Warwick off of him so he could walk away. And he ended up trying to like win the 2v2, but we had no business fighting this with Ilawi having Iceborne and ult and stuff. It was cursed.
Yeah, so you have the right idea. The problem is that from Nasus's perspective, this doesn't look like you don't want to fight.
That's fair. Yeah, well in the session, I was like, oh, I think I should have caution pinged this guy.
Yep.
So that he knows to run.
Exactly.
But yeah, he like face tanks the Ilawi ult 2 levels down with Iceborne. It's like, yeah, he just gets cooked. And I try to trade him out with Warwick, but he's too tanky, so I just walk away. Back to clearing. So in that scenario, is it really just like as simple as like pinging him at my intentions?
It's pinging and then not clicking forward.
Gotcha.
Like the body movement is the more important part. Because if he sees you running away, he's going to understand that you're not trying to fight.
Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to bail him out, but I guess it did look like I was trying to fight Warwick, so.
Yep.
If I was him, I would have thought that as well. Although, I don't. If I was him, I wouldn't be walking down river, but there you go. I would be scared of a Lowy.
You can't expect much from a guy. His username is Hot Dog Soda.
Nope. Yeah, I'm playing in like gold silver right now because placements, but
Yep.
last season I was emerald on flex queue. No, I don't know if people care about
I
flex queue.
definitely don't.
I was platinum solo. So
Okay, that rank I will accept. You have no R. No.
yeah, it's LeBlanc could have killed her there. I saw LeBlanc coming down, so I was expecting that we'd be able to get her, and she flashed too. But LeBlanc, if she did WR, she would have killed the Samira. But she did like WE and missed or something. Or no, she did WQ and it got Samira windwalled, so she dropped the kill.
She used
So,
W here, and then it comes back up.
oh, she didn't have her R yet.
Yeah.
I saw when she was walking away that she had it. I was like,
Mhm.
damn. It was like 5 seconds too late.
Yep.
No, never mind then. There's nothing she could have done, I guess.
When you're doing
It's okay,
Drake, especially like this, you need to pull it out of the pit. Also, whose control ward is this? Okay, it's not yours. Never mind.
It is mine.
Oh, wait, it is?
Yeah,
oh,
it's
it is. Okay. So yeah, if you're going to do Drake like this, you pull it out. The reason is that if anyone shows up, you have the ability to leave.
Oh, I was planning to ult over the wall, if I got caught here.
You can do that, but even then, I'd rather you not be stuck in the pit and have to ult out.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I saw like there was action going on in mid lane, so I thought if I was in the back of the pit that I'd have more time to take it before they would get vision of it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I guess that it's probably better if I can just walk away and keep my ult.
Yeah, you pull the Drake out and then you control ward this brush.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that way, any way they try to enter, you're gonna know they're coming.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
And if you're doing grubs, it's harder to pull them, but it's the same idea. You want to ward here, cover the entrance.
Yeah,
And
that's
you would
good
do
advice.
this whether you're stronger or weaker, because if you're weaker, you leave. If you're stronger, you can jump on them when they walk into it.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely would be like taking it more obviously and like controlling further up if I was stronger. I just pick up a kill on Warwick. This gank went too long. And then I threw a fireball over the wall for Nasus, and then he tried to all in, still down 3 levels, and yeah, he. I just left. I told him not to fight it.
As you should.
Here I'm looking to shut down the Samira, since she's like super giga fed with a bounty. And looks like they're tower diving in a second.
Mm-hmm. So I like that you're looking for the gank. Absolutely, their intention is to turret dive, so you should be ready for that. But I think the red trinket's very unnecessary, and you don't really need to get to behind them. You just gotta wait for them to go in. It's just like stand in the brush.
Yeah, that's fair.
So why is the red trinket not
Samira
needed?
might be because they have a pink in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I activated it without moving my camera
Mhm.
yet. So
So what are you saying about Samira?
I thought Samira was backing off, so I went wide instead of going to the just going to defend the dive.
Let's see.
I thought Samira was giving up the dive here, so I went wide to catch her on a recall.
Okay, so it's like you just didn't adjust right as she showed here. Okay, I see what you
Yeah,
mean.
I was like I already committed to going the long way, and then she showed on vision.
I gotcha.
But I still get her.
It works. Not a big deal.
Yeah, I was willing to sacrifice the the MF there for the kill, so maybe I shouldn't have done that. I was prioritizing making sure I got Samira over saving us life because she's like feeding.
Don't get me wrong, the Samira being dead is more important. It's just I really, really expected them to do the dive.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That is fair. I should have known that Samira would come back for it. I thought she's like saw me or something, or had a feeling I was coming.
This fight looks good.
Yeah, we got Yone on this tether thing, and I peace out because Samira's on her way.
Yep. Slowly clawing your way back into the game.
Yeah, I'm just really having to like take opportunities when they show up. I was playing kind of like reactive this game to their mistakes because I didn't really have a way to force anything with my like literally everybody on my team is losing except LeBlanc. So
Yeah.
I didn't realize that LeBlanc actually was 5-1 at this point in the game because she ended up like being pretty useless later, but she was actually super ahead early, which I didn't notice. Yeah, I missed the fireball there. So
Oof.
yeah, it sucks.
Oh, I need to turn on objective timers. Forgot to do that. Okay, so Drake's coming up in 10. I'll actually go back a little bit. So this kill is good, assuming that nobody died.
Yeah, it's too bad she dashed like right after,
Yeah.
right through it. I didn't know whether she had it or not.
But regardless, since your two teammates dead, now two of them are dead to be fair, but you have Yone on your top turret. What does that mean you have to do?
I was gonna fight the 2v2 here. I thought we'd win the 2v2 and take Dragon.
So I don't think Zyra can hold the Yone, but let's see. Oh my
I
god, he
assume,
actually let her do it.
yeah, he's really behind. I assumed that Zyra would be able to wave clear and survive under tower. And then allow ATPs in.
Yeah.
So I just take the Dragon and get out.
So basically what I was getting at is I wanted you to reset and go deal with the Yone, but if you think that you can win a fight, and let's pretend that Allow didn't have TP. If you're confident you can win the 2v2 and you try it, and whether it works or doesn't, I'm fine with that. As long as like you understand why you're doing it, it's because you think you can win the fight, then that's okay.
Yeah, I figured Zyra would just wave clear and then we'd win the 2v2. And then she got Warwick ulted and Alawi showed up, so I just like yeah. Since Warwick ulted her, he couldn't smite the dragon. I was like, alright, just take the dragon. And
So
then,
why was he allowed to Warwick alter?
because I didn't walk up to body block I didn't cut off his entrance into the pit.
Yeah, so you didn't pull the Drake is what I'm getting at.
Oh, right.
Because if you pull it, then you can stand in front of her. She doesn't feel the need to walk up to hit the Drake, and everything's a lot smoother.
Fair. Yeah, okay. I see the vision. That's a good point. I'll make sure to do that like by default from now on, because I usually just like autopilot, like kill the dragon as fast as possible, and I just run in and smack it.
The only time you wouldn't pull it is if you're, I guess there's a niche situation, but most times it's if you really need to rush it, like you don't have time to pull it for 2 seconds, but that's pretty rare.
Yeah, that's what I felt the pressure in this scenario to DPS it before Warwick showed up. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna say I wasn't like thinking about it at all, but I definitely think that I should have just, if I was not expecting Alawi to be there, which I wasn't, then I should have been positioning to fight instead of
absolutely.
Yeah.
The niche situation I was talking about is if you have something like a Mumu support or Morgana support that can control the area of the pit really well with their abilities, then you could start to argue you want to pull them in, but I said that's pretty rare.
Okay, that's a good point. I think I'm sitting on a decent amount of gold here, so. And then they, nobody rotates bot lane, so I just kill the wave.
Yep, it's all good. You do their job. Spent your gold almost perfectly. Cool.
I don't know what my team's doing here. Like I
I don't
genuinely,
either.
I was so confused about this. I was like, why are we having 4 people leash blue buff out of patience range? Like, that's crazy. So
Probably best to not overthink it.
yeah.
Okay.
This Warwick walked in, and I'm like, yeah, I win this fight. So I
Yep.
just
Got the
took him down.
rotations. I
Yeah.
like it. Really
Boom.
good.
Yeah. So I have a game on my hands here, like
You
4-0-6,
do.
with a lot of farm, right? And we're up on drags. So I thought it's definitely winnable here.
I don't like when you reset though. So, in mid to late game, so like kind of 15 minutes plus roughly, your general game plan should be whenever your teammates are vulnerable, you hover nearby, and once they're backing off, that's when you can reset or farm, whatever you need to do. So, like right
Yeah,
now, she wants this wave.
yeah. Okay. I see. I see. And the Samira is showing, so it's
Mhm.
better if I'm here.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
literally, like you could either walk in this brush or stand right here, and you can start your recall, and then like kind of cancel it if you need to delay it a little bit. But just
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
just get it
Okay. Yeah,
going there.
that's a really good point. I think I was like really tilted at this point, and I was just like, "Fuck my team." I think that's probably the I could have killed Samir here. It's the wrong attitude to have. So
Yeah,
I didn't have any camps up. I'm like, "Fuck it, I'll reset and get more AP and stuff." And I didn't have my dragon form, but I definitely like I 100% could have impacted that fight. So yeah, we probably would have killed Samira there if I stayed. That's a really good point.
if nothing else, it's just your body being there as a way to discourage them from trying to jump on them.
True. Yeah, just so like timing my recalls with my team and stuff in the mid game. That's
Mm-hmm.
important. Yeah, I'm as a top laner, I usually do like in the context of split pushing. I'm thinking about like timing my pressure with my teammates, but as a jungler, I don't have that same like intuition. So it's good to have that pointed
For
out. Thank
sure.
you.
I get that because I started as a top laner as well, so I know the feel on that.
Here I'm resetting um for dragon. I got haunting guys, so thought that would be helpful. And a pink ward as well.
Mm-hmm. So what's the problem with this reset?
It's too late.
It is. It is too late. You're
I
allowed
think
to reset after the wolves, but no later. It doesn't matter if you're able to finish an item. It's beyond the time of being allowed to recall.
yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. I realized my mistake like halfway through my recall. I was like, shit. And then I thought that I'd make it back in time, so I just like decided to commit to it.
Because if some misfortune dies here, it's 100% on you. Yeah.
Uh yeah, okay.
Come on, NASA, save the day.
Yeah, he gets him. Damn, okay. Yeah, that was really bad. That reset was really bad, you're right. Damn, I'm so guilty. I'm so guilty. I didn't even notice how big of a mistake that was in the game.
It's a very easy thing to not notice. It's not like in top lane or in any role really, where like you die and then it's obvious you made a mistake. But if your teammate dies, it's like, oh, maybe they just misplayed.
Yeah, I just assumed MF mispositioned.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess she kind of did, but
she
not
did.
like.
She did for sure. It's on both of you.
Yeah, I definitely could have stopped that from happening, like 100%. And we lost the drag for it too.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay, that was like a really big moment. I think that honestly might be the moment of this game where it like went to shit because we would have had 3 drags and we would have already had Cloud Soul by the end of the game because we ended up getting one more. Damn. All right, that's a really good spot, I think. Big moment.
This looks
Big
winnable.
fight. Lots of damage. AoE coming out. Samira goes
Oh, okay.
crazy with the barrier.
Let's see what happened here. Because it looked fine as long as people leave the allow ult.
Yeah.
I
Nasus
guess.
saved him, but he's
Yeah.
Nasus.
Okay.
I made a mistake here of like there basically you have two options, right? Nuke Samira before her ult DPS goes off, or run away from the ult and wait for it to stop. And I chose to nuke her here because she was low, but then she hit the barrier, so she survived.
Yeah. I think you and not Ally, Zyra kind of made the same mistake. Because Zyra went in and allowed the Samira to ult, or like dash out.
Right.
And then you kind of did the same thing of allowing her to continue there. So you just kind of both got impatient.
Yeah. I thought that was a slam dunk fight too. It was a heartbreaker.
Definitely should have been.
That Samira was really good though. She played that well, honestly, with the barrier. It's good.
I hate that ADCs take that now. It's so annoying.
Yeah, it's so hard to calculate like one-shotting them and not knowing if they have barrier. Especially with like items doing less damage now, it's like feels like ADCs just get to live forever.
Mm-hmm. What's wrong
Here,
with this play?
MF and LeBlanc aren't committed to the play, and Warwick's alive. Their whole team's alive, but they're late. So I thought we could DPS it, but I didn't have the damage to do it.
Yeah. So you said most of the things, like you don't have LeBlanc, you don't have Misfortune near you. Your Nasus is top lane, or not top lane, sorry, bot lane for some reason.
Yeah, he pinged his TP. He pinged. He said I'm TP for this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
So,
I hate it when people do that.
Yeah, I thought we had the whole team here, but then MF and LeBlanc, they didn't want to DPS Baron, so I fell off. I realized they weren't coming, so I just left. I probably could have left earlier than I did, though. But I was just really hoping that they would show up, and then they didn't. And Nasus didn't end up TPing, so.
I think, like, I'm not necessarily against the idea of looking for it, because Samira did show on the map and reset. I think it's... Yeah, that's not so much.
I like 5v4 on Baron, the Fed Samira's out, and, the rest of their team's pretty weak. So I'm like, we nuke this Baron, and then we get out, and then they didn't come to the DPS test, so we failed, and I just walked away.
Yeah, I'm fine with the look, but just a little bit too long to adapt.
Yeah, I was slow to leave. I ended up getting Zyra killed because I didn't leave fast enough.
Yeah. I like this, though. Good job getting the mid turret there and pushing the wave out. Uh-oh. Rest in peace, big dragon.
Yeah, I was greedy going for Scuttle there. I assumed that they would just hit B after they took Baron, and I fell off of the T1, but they chased me all the way down. So, I mean, they ended up like dropping a few people for it, so it wasn't like the worst thing ever, but I definitely shouldn't have died.
This is messy. Very messy. Stuff. Push out mid if you can.
I thought they might be already on it, so I had to leave.
Yeah, when I said push out mid, I didn't mean you pushing out mid, to clarify. Like, just somebody.
Yeah. I'm familiar with that, like, idea.
Okay. Looks good.
Yep, good fight. And then we would have had Soul here if I didn't recall too late. So I think that's honestly like the game deciding mistake that I made. Like, genuinely. Because the rest of this game's just a clusterfuck.
Agreed. I think that's a good stopping point.
they come into our base, take 3 inhibs, then we lose a Baron. Yeah, then it just goes to shit. So, damn, it really was.
So yeah, those are the notes I was writing. I mean, feel welcome to put any of your own.
Well, thank you so much, honestly, for doing this. You gave me like literally like 2 key moments in this game that I just did not see, like the late reset, and then what was the other one? The Nasus, where I like baited him into dying. I think
The 2v2 with Warwick Aloe. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and also hovering the mid lane for the Samira, like or for the MF to farm the wave after I finish my camps. Yeah, that's really good stuff, man. Thank you so much.